Hello Nmms aspirants, welcome to Tej Academy. I am Shubha and in today's session we will be solving some important questions from class 7 chapter Reproduction in Plants. We have recently launched our Nmms 2025 test series in our Tej Academy app, which you can get from Google Play Store. By enrolling into this test series, you will be provided with chapter-based tests, mock tests, and you will get your instant results. Through this, you can analyze your performance and know about time management and practice like a real exam. This will improve your accuracy and boost your confidence. For further information, please contact our WhatsApp number. Through solving questions, in this session, we will revise the concepts vegetative reproduction in plants, sexual reproduction in plants, and about the seed dispersal. First question, the ways in which plants can produce their offspring is sexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? It is the process of producing new plants by seeds. These seeds are formed after fertilization. Fertilization is the fusion of male and female gametes. After fertilization, seeds are developed through which plants can produce their offspring. So, sexual reproduction takes place in plants. Next, asexual reproduction. What is this asexual reproduction? It is the process in which new organisms can be formed without the involvement of gametes. Without gametes or without seeds. This comes under asexual reproduction. So plants can undergo asexual reproduction also. Next, vegetative propagation. What is this vegetative propagation? It is the process in which new plants are obtained through the vegetative parts of the plant. Which are these vegetative parts? They are roots, stem, or buds, or leaves. This we will call it as vegetative propagation. So plants can produce their offspring through sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction, and vegetative propagation. So our answer is all of the above. Next question. Identify correctly matched vegetative and reproductive parts of plants. Just now we have learnt, that is, vegetative parts means leaf, roots, stems, like that. And which are the reproductive parts of the flower? Stamen, pistil. These are the reproductive parts of flower or the plant. Let's see. Roots, stems, leaves, buds. These are the vegetative parts. So this is right. Flowers are the reproductive parts. So this is our right option. Flowers will have stamen and pistil. These are the third question. Match the plants with their mode of vegetative propagation. Here they have given some plants. We have to match by which method of vegetative propagation these will produce new plants. Remember that rose can give rise to new plants through cutting. If we cut the branch of rose and plant it, we can obtain new plants. Similarly, this bryophyllum will undergo vegetative propagation through leaf buds. Through leaf buds, it can produce its new plants. Then, potato. You can see some eyes-like structures in potato, right? Through that structure, it will undergo vegetative propagation. So this is our rightly matched sequence. Option 3 is the correct option. Next, identify A, B, C with respect to asexual reproduction. Yeast reproduces through A and algae reproduces through B. Fungi reproduces through C. Here they have given some different kinds of asexual reproduction in these organisms. We have to identify the correct one. See, yeast. Yeast will always reproduce through budding. Budding is a type of asexual reproduction. Next, algae. Algae will undergo fragmentation and form new organisms. Fungi will undergo asexual reproduction by producing spores, that is through spore production. We'll see the correct option. A, budding. A, budding. B, fragmentation. C, spore formation. So this is our right option. What are this budding, fragmentation, spore formation? We will see. Which of the following is correctly framed regarding budding, fragmentation and spore formation? We'll see. In first option they have given budding is a new plant grows from a small outgrowth or bud of the parent plant. So this is right. This says the correct definition of budding. Next, fragmentation. The parent plant breaks into pieces and each of the pieces can grow into new plant. This is called fragmentation. So this is also right. Spore formation. In fungi, spore formation takes place. Plants produce tiny spores that germinate into new plants. This is also right with respect to spore formation. What is our question? Which of the following is correctly framed regarding budding, fragmentation and spore formation? Here we can see all the three options are correct. So our right option is all of these. Next, asexual reproduction in fungi occurs through X, whereas in mosses and ferns it occurs through Y. We know in fungi asexual reproduction occurs through spore formation. Here they are asking about the specific structures. Remember, in fungi they will have some structures called sporangium, through which new spores will be produced and they will develop into new organisms through asexual reproduction. In the same way, in mosses and ferns, this asexual reproduction will take place through a structure called sori. We'll see the correct option. So X is sporangium and Y is sori. These are the two structures through which these organisms will go asexual reproduction. X is sporangium. Here we have X is sporangium and Y is sori. So this is our right option. Which of the following are advantages of vegetative propagation in plants? We know that plants undergo vegetative propagation. Why do they undergo so? We'll see the advantages of vegetative propagation. Plants grow faster and bear flowers and fruits earlier than those from seed. We know that seed takes more time to germinate than to produce flowers. But through vegetative propagation, the time duration will be less. So this is one of the advantage. Second one, new plants are the exact copies of the parent plant. Through vegetative propagation, the new plants which are obtained, they will be exact copies of their parents. So this is also one of the advantage. Brings genetic variation. So this is not an advantage of vegetative propagation. This is a wrong statement about vegetative propagation. It does not bring genetic variation since the new organisms are the exact copies of their parent. So our advantages are 1 and 2. Both 1 and 2. Next question. Which of the following describes the male and female reproductive parts of a flower? In a flower, we know that male and female reproductive organs are present. Here they are asking which of the following options will correctly describe about these structures. We'll see. Only the anther produces both male and female gametes. Will anther produce both male and female gamete? No, it will produce only male gamete. This is wrong. Stamens. Stamens are the female part producing eggs. This is only wrong. This is also incorrect. Stamens, it is the male part producing ovules. This is also wrong. Ovule is a female part, right? So, stamens, it is the male part with anther, where pollen grains will be produced, and this pistil are the female part with stigma, style and ovary, where eggs will be formed from ovules. So this is our right options regarding the male and female reproductive parts of a flower. The right examples for bisexual and unisexual flowers are: first of all, what is this bisexual and unisexual flowers? If a flower bears both the reproductive organs, that is both male and female reproductive organ, it is said to be bisexual. If a flower bears either male reproductive organ or female reproductive organ, it is said to be unisexual. So you have to remember some examples for bisexual and unisexual flowers. Bisexual, corn, papaya, cucumber. No, this is not right. Then bisexual flowers, mustard, rose, petunia, and unisexual flowers are corn, papaya, cucumber. So this is the right option. This you have to remember the examples of unisexual and bisexual flowers. When the male gamete from pollen fuses with the female gamete in the ovule, what is formed? We know that this is the process of fertilization. What is fertilization? The fusion of male gamete and female gamete. By fertilization, what product will be formed? Zygote. This zygote will develop into embryo and the development takes place. Here they are asking what is formed when fusion occurs. So our answer is zygote. Zygote will later develop into embryo and then into seed. Next, identify the type of pollination. See, what is pollination? Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther, where these pollen grains are present in the anther, from anther to stigma. This we will call as pollination. Here they are asking identify the type of pollination. This transfer of pollen grains may occur between the same flowers of a same plant, or it may the pollen grains can be transferred from the flower of one plant into the flower of another plant. Based on that, we have two types. One is self-pollination. What is self-pollination? It occurs within the same flower. Another one is cross-pollination. What is cross-pollination? Transfer of pollen grains occurs from anther of one flower into the stigma of another flower. Here we can see in picture A, the pollen is transferring into the stigma of another flower. So this is an example for cross-pollination. In picture B, this is an example for cross-pollination. In picture B, pollen is transferred from anther to stigma within the same flower. So this is an example for self-pollination. So A is cross-pollination and B is self-pollination. A is cross-pollination, B is self-pollination. This is our right option. 12th question. Why some flowers are generally colorful and fragrant? You know about the process of pollination. Pollination can occur with the help of insects. Insects can help the plant to bring about pollination, or wind. Through wind also pollen grains can be dispersed, or through water. Through all these agencies, pollination can occur. If the plant is getting pollinated by insect, it should attract insects, right, to carry out its own function. Hence, some flowers are generally colorful and fragrant to attract insects. For pollination. So this is our right option. 13th question. Match the following with respect to their development after fertilization. Here they have given some structures. They have asked us to match to which other structure these will develop after fertilization. Zygote. Zygote is formed as a result of fertilization. After that, it will develop further into embryo. Then, ovary. Ovary bears ovule, and this ovary will develop into fruit. Ovary will develop into fruit. Then, ovule is inside the ovary. What is inside the fruit? Seed. So, ovule will develop into seed. This is our correctly matched option. A 3, B 2 and C 1. This is our right option. 14th question. Which of the following correctly lists the types of seed dispersal and their examples? Seed dispersal. It is the spreading of seeds to different areas. You might have seen same kind of plants in different areas. That is through seed dispersal. This seed dispersal can be brought about in different ways. It can happen through wind, or by water, by animals, or by the bursting of fruit. So here they are asking us the correctly matched type of seed dispersal with its example. This also you have to remember. In the plants of drumstick, maple, the seed dispersal occurs through wind. In coconut plant, it will occur through water. And in xanthium and urena, seed dispersal is by animals. And in castor and balsam, it occurs by the bursting of fruit. So this is our right option. This also you have to remember the ways of seed dispersal and their examples. Here comes our last question. Why is seed dispersal important for plants. Imagine if all the seeds fall off under the parent plant and germinate, there will be competition for their survival between seedlings also and between the parents and seedling. Hence, seed dispersal is important because it prevents competition between parent plants and seedlings for sunlight, water and minerals. So this is right. This is the importance of seed dispersal. It also helps plants spread to new habitats and ensure wider distribution. This is also right. So both 1 and 2 says about the importance of seed dispersal. So our option is option 3. To practice such more questions, please download our Tej Academy app and get enrolled to our Nmms test series, where you will be provided with chapter-based test, mock test, and your instant results will be given, through which you can analyze your performance, manage your time, and practice like a real exam. It will boost your confidence and accuracy. For further information, contact our WhatsApp number. So this was about today's session of reproduction in plants. Thank you and happy learning.